students of class 9. In the previous video, we had studied different terms, for example, serum, vaccination, toxoids, nitrogen fixation, nitrification, denitrification, etc. Now, today in this video, we are going to start what are the roles of different bacteria. First is leather tanning. Already in chapter skin, you have studied that the skin consists of two parts. Upper part is known as epidermis, while the lower part, thicker part, is known as dermis. Now, this is the hide. If this epidermis position is removed from the hide, then that will convert in the form of leather. That is, we can say skin or hide without epidermis is known as a leather. Hide or skin without epidermis is known as leather. Now this epidermis is gradually removed, or you can say decayed, by the action of bacteria. So there are some of the bacteria which are used in removing the epidermis from the hide, from the skin, and after complete removal of epidermis, then that hide, that skin will convert in form of leather. This process of converting hide into leather by the use of bacteria is known as leather tanning. Clear? Next one is botulism. Already you know there are some of the bacteria which can spoil our food materials. Sometimes food materials are transported from one country to another. Prepared food material. Suppose this is a food material which is contained in this closed vessel, closed container. During the process of transport, if this container is cracked slightly, then due to high atmospheric pressure, the bacteria which are present here in the atmosphere, in the air, along with the air they may enter. Again listen, we know that bacteria can spoil our food material. Now, there are some of the countries where the prepared food materials, packed food materials are transported, supplied from other countries. Suppose this one is a food item and it has been closed inside the container. This container is transported from one country to another. During its course of transport, if anywhere, any time, this container is cracked, then from this atmospheric air, which is under high pressure, will enter through this cracked portion inside container. Along with air, some bacteria may also enter, and they will start to respire anaerobically. Due to their anaerobic respiration, ethyl alcohol is produced, and by the effect of ethyl alcohol, this food item is completely destroyed. Now, this process of destruction, this process of food poisoning, which is caused by bacteria inside sealed cans, is known as botulism. This process of food poisoning by the effect of bacteria inside sealed cans is known as botulism, and it may harm. Suppose this container has been transported to any country. The worker, after coming out from the factory, they are eating this food material. Due to food poisoning, that worker may may be affected by means of some defects. So this food poisoning is in closed container by the effect of bacteria is known as a pot poison. Clear? Now next term is sterilization. In process of sterilization, the food item is heated up to some high temperature, and due to this heating, the bacteria which remain present, the pathogen which remain present, they are destroyed. And if they are destructed, then our food item will remain safe for long time. For example, the milk in your house is heated from time to time, especially during summer season or during rainy season. And due to this heating the milk up to high temperature or boiling temperature, the bacteria which are present in the milk, they will die and they cannot destroy our food, they cannot destroy our milk. This process of providing protection, this process of food preservation with the help of by heating the food item up to a high temperature and killing the bacteria is known as sterilization. Okay? Next term is salting. In case of salting, suppose this one is food item, you can say pickle or you can say jam. If the concentration of the material is increased either by adding salt or by adding sugar, then by addition of extra salt or extra, that is too much salt or too much sugar, the food material concentration in this food item, the material concentration of this food item will increase too much. And if any pathogen, any bacteria is coming in contact with this food item, then this bacterial cell, this pathogen cell will be plasmolized, and if it is plasmolized, then it cannot cause any harm to our food item. Although it will remain, it may remain in contact with food item, but that cannot cause any harm to our food item, and our food item will remain safe for a long time. This process of providing protection to our food items by adding too much amount of salt or too much amount of sugar or type, you can say by increasing the concentration of food item, is known as salting. The best example which you can see at your home, pickles are provided protection by adding too much amount of salt, spices and oil, and this pickle remains safe for many years. Next is dehydration. Dehydration means that is removal of water from the food items. If the food items are dried, means water is completely removed from there, then bacteria cannot show any harm to that food material, because moisture is needed for the proper functioning of the bacterial cell or the pathogen cell. But if the food item has been completely dried, there is no any moisture, then this food item cannot be destroyed by our bacteria, cannot be destroyed by our pathogen. And this process of providing protection to our food by removing hydrogen, by removing water, or by hydration, or by that is removing water, it is known as dehydration. Clear? Next one is irradiation. We say that sunlight must be allowed to enter in our rooms, because in our room air large number of bacteria are there, and if sunlight is entering in the room, already you know sunlight contains ultraviolet rays, and these ultraviolet rays have the capacity to kill the bacteria. Ultraviolet rays of the sunlight have the capability to kill the bacteria. If sunlight is allowed to enter in our room, then by the effect of ultraviolet rays, the bacteria are killed, and the food items which remain present in our room will remain safe, cannot be destructed, cannot be destroyed by bacteria, and is known as irradiation. Irradiation is the process in which the food items are provided protection by killing the harmful germs by the effect of ultraviolet rays of sun. Now, next three terms are there. We shall study in this next video. Okay.